And welcome back to Pokemon Team Videos. Today's Pokemon Team video comes to us again from Eric, who asks for the third member of the Kids Next Door, or KND, number 3. Actually, what number 3? Nigel Uno, Wallaby. No, Wallaby is number 4. Which one was number 3? Real name, Real name Cookie Saban. You know, I never knew that one. I knew something Wallaby was number 4's last name. I don't remember it, but I remember hearing number 5's last name. Number 2, I know I've heard all their names. That was the one I didn't hear. But she's number 3. She is the diversionary tactics expert and the nurse of the medic lab and primary caretaker of hamsters in Sector 5. She is very kooky, very kind of, not immature, but she is kind of scatterbrained, but she's very kind, caring, and has her own little personality quirks. So, let's get into this. And we're going to start off, I think, with the big one that who knows the series will probably ask me. Rainbow monkeys, da 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 da. What is the rainbow monkey or monkeys of her team? Because this is something she's just massively obsessed with, is the rainbow monkeys. And as we learn in the series, they are actually a real creature, rainbow monkeys. They're not just some fantasy like Teletubby thing. No, they apparently exist in the world of the world of Kids Next Door, as well as a lot of weird stuff too. But that's beside the point. So, what are the rainbow monkeys of our team? Well, I thought on that for all of 10 seconds before I realized. I'm like, it's clear what it needs to be. And I say that because there actually are quite a few monkey Pokemon. And I mean monkey, not ape, monkey. If we were to just go by generation very quickly, Mankey is a monkey. Apom is based off a monkey. We have, I can't recall in Gen 3 if there was a monkey type Pokemon, if I'm going to be honest. I actually don't know if there was one in Gen 3. And I don't recall one in Gen 4 either. But as we'll get to Gen 5 in just a second. Oh, no, Gen 4 is Chimchar Monferno line. Particularly Monferno. And Infernape. They're both monkeys. And there are a couple other ones. But the answer to me was obvious, especially when we're going on by the concept of rainbow monkeys. And I've got a smudge on my glasses that is bothering me. You can't see that because you can't see me. But I can't seem to clean it off. All I'm doing is making it worse. That's what I'll have to do for right now. Dealing with the concept of rainbow monkeys, yeah, the answer kind of became obvious. I needed to use the Hear No Evil, See No Evil trio. Particularly Pansear, Panpour, and Simisage. Now, why is Simisage the only evolved one? Well, the answer to that, honestly, I felt was very simple. She wears green. He is the green one, therefore is the dominant one of the group in this case, so he gets to be the one that gets to be evolved. Other than that, though, there's really no other logical reason I deduced for it to be the only one on the team that was evolved between the 3. But no, I mean, look, red, green, and blue. I mean, those colors all exist within the rainbow, so it makes sense that when you're talking about rainbow monkeys, you could go with the rainbow monkeys. So, I mean, that was a pretty obvious one. The other 3, though, that one obviously took a bit more strategic finagling, let's say, that I had to really think on. Now, that said, however, I think I got the remaining 3 down in a pretty decent fashion. There's one I think could be phased out for a different mon if you really wanted to, but we'll get to that when we get to that. First and foremost, though, she's the nurse/medic of the group. So Chansey, I think, makes 100% sense. And she's also very friendly, so that Chansey could evolve into a Blissey at some point, but not necessarily something she'd have on her team immediately. I think Chanseys just make the most. They are the de facto medical Pokemon for most Nurse Joys and most people going into the medical field in the Pokemon world. Excuse me. So there's that. There is also the case of her adopting or taking care of a baby skunk named Bradley. referring to Skunk as her baby. She often worries over Bradley, and Bradley also got a bunch of upgrades later on. But the fact is, I remember that episode and they're caring for the Skunk, and I believe that Skunk Bradley actually did come back, too. One second, I'm actually going to look up right now if he ended up coming back in a couple more episodes. Robo Bradley, yes, abilities. Which episodes was he in? Or excuse me, which episodes did he show up in? I guess is the best way to describe this. Let's see here. Is it Baby Shark? Number 2, number 5, Sector 5, Operation Hospital. Yeah, he does show up. He shows up in a couple episodes. So Bradley is definitely a member of the team. And there is only, at this point, one Skunk Pokemon. Well, 2, but Stunky and Stunk Tank. And I'm going to tell you right now, I thinking on it now, because he did get ultimately upgraded robotically, you could have gone Stunk Tank, but there really been no point other than the fact that Stunk Tank is the evolved form of the base form. That's the only reason you could really make that a rational line of thought. But otherwise, no. Stunky is the Bradley of her group, and she loves him, that, and he's, despite being a poison dark type, which does not fit on her team as it's kind of described right now at all. I thought was a pretty logical way to go, considering she thought of him as her child, basically. So this leaves us with the last Mon on the team. Now, this is the Mon that excuse me. Now, this is the Mon that I think if you wanted to, you could splice it out with some other Pokemon. You could just turn another Mon onto the team or something like that. Or swap it out, I guess is the term I was looking for. Now, this Pokemon, you'll have to bear with me when I explain it. It might not make sense immediately, but hold on. It's Loudron. Now, I didn't want to go Exploud. There's actually a very big reason I didn't go with Exploud. But Loudron is the final Pokemon on this team. Now, why is it the final Pokemon on this team, in my opinion? Well, I'm looking through the remaining of her personality, her likes, dislikes, all that. And I'm like, okay, what do I got here to work with? Rainbow Monkeys, that was easy. Okay, she's the medic, that's easy. Bradley, that's easy. What else I got here? Okay, let's find out. Well, and I've got actually her bio up here right now, so I can actually just go directly from it. She's kind, she's optimistic, clueless, kind, patient, gentle, and arguably smarter than her teammate number 4, with whom she harbors a mutual crush seen in the show, though it is less obvious. She loves rainbow monkeys, fantasizes about them, and extensive knowledge about them, and she will often irrationally defend them, occasionally go on her aggressive side of the show, generally accompanied by her face turning red, teeth and ears becoming pointed, and flaming eyes resembling a Japanese Oni demon. She is shown to have been able to scream at deafening volumes, and when her anger is tapped into, she is shown to be extremely aggressive and angry. Admittedly, kind of like a spoiled brat, but regardless, she's also quite intelligent. Can fly many of the mechanical mechs of the group, including the Hippity Hop, a giant mechanical rabbit that is equipped with a complete arsenal of weapons such as missiles and drills. With a running gag throughout the show, the Hippy Hop gets destroyed whenever it appears, followed by number 3 ejecting from the wreck with a parachute despite being close to the ground. She shows much intelligence in several of the episodes. But I'm reading all this, I'm like, well, not a lot of this is standing out until I'm like, okay, wait. She can scream apparently at a deafening volume. She does have a temper, and she likes creatures that look like monkeys. She likes stuffed animal. She has her own stuffed animals. She loves stuffed animals. And I thought on that, I'm like, well, okay, Loudron, first off, of the 3 of them, looks most honestly like a stuffed animal, even more than Whismur. And he has a bit of a rabbit-esque look to it. It also, as we've seen in multiple incarnations, can be very angry. It has a bit of a temper, hence, the way it's designed and the way it's portrayed. It's Loudron, just screaming and shouting. And going towards her ability to scream at deafening volumes, loud, that's exactly what exactly what a Loudred does. Loudred. It's not Loudred. I've always said it by calling it Loudred. It's actually Loudred. Loud and Dread put together. But yeah, it's a Pokemon that obviously is designed to basically be a subwoofer. So this actually, I thought made sense to put on a team. Now, as I said, this is the one Mon I think you could trade out for something else. You could swap it for a different Mon as long as the Mon made sense. I could see any other Pokemon that knows how to, shriek at deafening volumes, has a temper. It's generally peaceful, but it does have a temper. You can go that route as well. But this is the team I think for number 3 is the most effective combination, at least from my point of view, with an interchangeable member if you felt the need. Surprisingly, it's not terribly unbalanced either, because you got water, grass, and fire, which cover each other. Then you got 2 normal types. One of them, Chansey, while its offensive abilities aren't the greatest, is a tank defensively. And then you got Stunky, which is a dark poison type, which is kind of like the dark horse of the team. So she actually doesn't have that badly of a balanced team. It's not perfect by any stretch of the means, but it's still not terrible either. But I don't know. What do you think of this team? Let me know in the comments below. But as I said, you got the 3 rainbow monkeys. You got Stunky to represent Bradley. You got Chansey to represent the fact she's a medic. And you got Loudred to represent her personality, her ability to scream at deafening volumes, and her love of stuffed animals, as it looks kind of like a living stuffed animal to some degree. I could have gone Stuffy on that as well, now I think about it. I could have gone the pre-evolution to Beware, but no, I felt this was a bit more effective. Anyway, until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Hit that bell if you want to be notified. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.